So another update on the potatoes. What we've done again, this is 1 week later, and I've added another about 4 inches of soil mixture. It's sand and some organic material. As you can see, even after adding those 4 inches, these little plants are growing awesome, sprouting out. Even better as these. That one still right there is about a foot long coming out of the ground, and so is this. So I will continue to add. I'll probably do it next week. Add one more, quite a few, 2 or 3 inches more. So it gets up to about like right here. And then we'll move them. We'll move them pretty soon to their permanent location, to where they're going to be. I had a question asked why I didn't put them directly in the soil or in the ground. And part of it is because we have, let me see if I can, we have a serious case of moles, voles, and all kinds of stuff. And here's a prime example. I've got a little critter that has dug in a hole here, and it's been partially filled in, but they dig all over and dig up and everything. So we thought we would try to do the sweet potatoes or our plants in raised beds. That's partially why we have to raise our beds, because as you can see, this is our native soil. That is straight sand. So anytime I plant something, we've added organic material, so that's why we got a little bit of brownish color right there. We try to get the leaves and things that fall on the earth or fall on the ground and broken up sticks and twigs and things to be mulched around to help with it. But there is, like I said, sand. We have nothing inside there that is going to hold water at all. So we try to do that. So most of everything we have in our garden is in like this. This is a half and half mix of sand and organic material, so that, you know, I've got this at least will hold moisture. This was watered yesterday, and yes, the spot that I'm grabbing right now was not watered yesterday because I watered right at the base of the plants. But even right here where I can, when it digs in, I can grab it, and it holds the moisture pretty good now that we've done that. But that's part of the reason why. And then, let's see, what's the other part? Oh yeah, the moles and the voles and everything else that crawls in underground. So they do get into the raised beds. They haven't really killed a whole lot yet that I'm aware of. But, you know, we've lost trees due to the moles and voles digging at the roots. But, I mean, the sweet potatoes are a root veggie. I just thought we'd do it. I mean, I've seen others that have used large stock tanks, and I just wasn't in the mood to buy a 6-foot stock tank for a couple $100 and do that. I might, because these work great. I would like them to be a little bit deeper, but maybe not. We like them the way they are, but we're trying to figure out what's going to happen. So, as you can see right now, we've got this in kind of our nursery area. There's some things that we have done. I bought some trees, and because I'm not quite sure where they were, and they were having a hard time at the nursery. Even up here at the top, it was looking sickly until we've got it out here, and it's not directly in the sun. It gets good sun, but it's not direct sun, and so it's shooting out new growth. This one over here is getting blown over. I found a stick to stick it in. This one's another one that, it doesn't look so good. It's got some brown edges, but I paid for probably a third of the price as what it originally was. I think I got it for $10 just because of it having that extra stress. Now it has shot out new growth up here at the top. So these are oak trees that, you know, will do great. They were in small pots. Oh wait, that's the pot that they came in. Something very small like that. So we've added them a lot of the sand and the organic material around them to get them and keep them moist while we've got them in this situation, but we'll get them out. Some other crazy things. Oh yeah, there's my puny poinsettia. It's bigger than it's ever been. Those are papaya plants. Some of those are pretty big, and I had taken half of them out of there, or 3 pots out of there, split them all, and those could probably be split again. So right now I'm filling up the stock tank. I don't know if you can hear water over there, but they're drinking a lot. It's hot. Probably about 100 today. We keep getting threats of rain, but they sadly don't amount for much. As you saw when I was sticking my hand in the sand, there is nothing. I can go down probably 5 inches, 6 inches before I start hitting moist earth. But, so these have not been watered yet. That's tonight's adventure. Filling up the stock tanks first, make sure the cows get what they want, cows and horse. But they were out here. We were hiding inside where it was cool. And they are down over there, moving out. They had just walked down the driveway and gotten a big drink and walked down the driveway, and now they're fanning out over. I think they're headed over towards where the pond is, to where there's some shade over there. I do not believe we have any water in the pond, but that's just, I mean, hopefully that rain cloud that's over that direction is coming this way, but the wind is actually blowing that way, so I'm not too hopeful, but I would love it to be here. Anyway, just another quick update on the sweet potatoes. Partially why we're doing it, like I said, is this is what we have for soil. And it's been so dry. We did get 1 inch of rain, I don't know, what was it, a week ago maybe? But then we hadn't had any for 4 weeks prior to that. And I think what we're at is right about 4 inches below the average rainfall for the year so far. So I think we're doing pretty good with what little bit of grass we've got right now. I hope we can get some more rain because it sure does make a difference on the field. I was lucky, and we've been trying to plan ahead for this fall and winter. We were able to get some hay from somebody. People are still suffering from agacha. So the people that are growing hay are still charging the prices they were last winter. So they're trying to get $80 a bale for them, or plus. I think I paid $110 at one time. But you know, you got to feed your animals. So we were able to get, I think, 8 of them for like $500. So not fun, but yet, you know, $60, a little bit over $60 a bale is much better than $110. So it's twice as much hay for the price I paid for it last year. I'm going to have to see about finding some more, just because you never can tell what's going to happen. And so we got to plan a little bit ahead. So I'd love to get about that same amount, and then I should be good. But we're also going to try some other things. Like pretty soon I need to get the other cows off the lower 10 acres and see if somebody will let me borrow their tractor and we can get it ready. And as soon as it's the right season, we'll throw some alfalfa or some oat seed out there and see if we can grow some oat hay, because that will grow cooler in the cooler temps, and then that will give something to move them on, and I can break it up and move with the cows and everybody out there on it a little bit at a time, so that we can space it out and hopefully get us through this year a little bit easier and less expensive. But anyway, just quick update as we're trying to take care of, you know, cows and get them prepared and fed through the winter. We're also trying to make sure we got something to eat. So once again, these are the sweet potatoes. This one's an orange one. That one's the purple one. And this one's another orange one. They just mess with me. It almost makes me feel like, wait, I got a purple one here too. But we'll see. It doesn't matter. we'll figure it out as we go along. But these, we're going to end up moving over towards where the chicken coop is. And I'm not going to keep them as close as the other ones that I've had growing so far, just because they do spread out, and that's what I want them to do. And the chickens, leave them alone. So it does provide shade, and the chickens can go around and through. And like I said, right here I've got 4 of those same pots, and you can see how lush they are. They go all the way down and around to the ground, and I've kind of let them go. I try to train and push the vines to go in this one direction, but they have gone crazy. So hopefully we've got some sweet potatoes in those buckets. So as you can see, that right there is out of those 4. I want to see the same thing out of those 3 buckets, so I'm going to separate them and put them in different locations, and they're also going over that way where the chickens are, because the chickens don't seem to like the leaves. Although we can eat them too. I have to try to see what how that goes. I hear it can be cooked up like spinach, and wonder what it tastes like. Maybe if you put a little lemon on it, it'll taste. Oh, I bet you if you put butter in it too, it tastes awesome too. But I'm gonna go. Just figure I'd give you a quick sweet potato update today. No, they don't look like this, but they're gonna look like that. So what'll end up happening is they will soon start vining out, and a new vine will grow out just about at the base of every one of these leaves. I was kind of waiting before I moved them over to the chickens until they started doing that. As you can see, even now, some of these grasshoppers are climbing up in here. But I also wanted to get it a little bit taller, get the planting medium up a little bit higher, up to about here, because then we can fill it up with water from there on up, and then let it soak down every day. That should be, you know, a good 1.5 gallons or 2 a day. So we'll do that, and hopefully it'll keep us through. And if we really don't have that many frost days or evenings, so we should be good. We might be able to keep these going all the way through the year. So at least until Christmas or Thanksgiving. I'm going to let the other ones that are doing so awesome go until somebody at the feed store was telling me October is probably when we should do it. But they've been in the ground well above their 120 days that they say they need. But we're going to get these over there. They're doing great for, what is it now, 3 weeks? 4 weeks? 1 week in the house. This is the 3rd week outside, so we're doing awesome. And like I said, they'll start shooting out new vines out of each one of these cross member, or where the leaf joins into the stem, and they'll just bush out like crazy. Anyway, just thought I'd give you another update, show you how great they're growing, and hope y'all are having a great day. Stay safe out there. Love ya. See ya. Bye.